Hey man, you already know why this video was in your For You page. You already know why it's recommended to you. It's because your mission and your purpose is hard to replicate. You're not just like everybody on the internet. You're not just like everybody. It's hard to copy what you do. It's hard to copy what you can create. It's hard to copy what you put out onto the universe. Which is why the title of this video is Nobody Can Do It Like You. Because nobody can. That's why you have to do it. What I mean by this, you have to fulfill your mission. I don't care what it is, okay? You can have it to be anything. You can be a priest. You can be an imam. You can be a person of wealth. You can be a person with success. You can be a person that speaks, a person that motivates, a person that inspires. You can be a person that's good at sports. You can be a person that's very intellectual, a person that likes wisdom, a person that's philosophical, a person that's good at coding, good at chess. You can be and do quite literally anything. But whatever you pursue, whatever you choose to do, make it like nobody else can make it. Do it like nobody else can do it. Because your strategy, your pathway, your journey is going to be different. You're going to learn in different ways. You're going to grow in different ways. You're going to be better at people, at certain things. It just takes for you to explore. It takes for you to unravel your traits, unravel your characteristics, to unravel what you really have on the inside. Because your traits and your characteristics belong to you, which is why nobody can be like you. No matter what you want to pursue, it's going to be unique. It's going to be unequivocally unique. I bet you don't understand it right now. You're thinking, how can I be unique when this sport or this genre of whatever I'm trying to pursue is so general? Let's say, for example, you're making music. How can I be unique then compared to all of these guys, then to Kanye West, then to Billie Eilish, then to Powfu? How can I be different to these guys? They've said every word on the dictionary, nearly. Sing about your experience. If you're a poet, sing, speak, influence with your experience. Influence with what you know how to do. What you know how to do in your way. Social media, and I know you've seen this everywhere, has taught you to be yourself. Just to be yourself. What kind of advice is that? Be yourself? That's so general, bro. Nobody's gonna understand, oh, I have to be myself. Oh, I have to be myself. I have to be who I am. That advice is pointless. That advice is garbage. It's just too general. How are you gonna learn to be yourself when you don't know what you want to do yet? That's why I like to talk about the depths of what these things really mean. You have to find out what you're good at. You have to find out what you're passionate for, what you're obsessed about, what you want to persevere in, what you love, what you can't spend another day without doing. If you love that sport, I want you to pursue it with every action of your waking day to be about that sport. You have to be obsessed. And then the way you figure it out is going to be a strategy that nobody else knows. You cannot try and follow someone else's footsteps. You cannot try and walk the trail of somebody else. You gotta cut through those weeds by yourself. You've got to make that pathway. You've got to build those steps. You've got to step the steps up that journey. Your path. Yes, this journey is not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun in some ways, but you got to make it fun. Make going to the gym fun. Make eating healthy fun. Make pursuing what you want fun. Create that real dopamine in you. That's how you live life. Just sitting outside, lifting those weights. That's fun to you. Because guess where you're going? Closer to your dreams. Period. Closer to your dreams. You're getting closer, and each step is a little bit more dopamine that's natural. And then you're going to love your life. You're going to love everything you do, because those steps, the parts of the journey, is going to be amazing. You hear Kobe Bryant keep talking about his journey. He loved the journey there. It doesn't matter where he ended up. He loved the journey. And I'm not saying it's going to be without loneliness. I'm not saying it's going to be without isolation. I'm not saying it's going to be all dilly-dally, hip-hop. There's going to be times of loneliness. The chapter of discovering who you are is going to get lonely, my brother. It's going to get tiring. You're going to be drained by the end of the day. But then guess what? Right before you sleep, you can talk to yourself and say, damn, bro. I really worked hard today. And then you can wake up and do it all again tomorrow. If you really love your life, love each increment of the journey, then why wouldn't you want to just do the same thing over again tomorrow? Why wouldn't you? You've got to remember, if it's hard for you, if it's tiring for you, if it's lonely for you, then it's the same for everybody else. Everyone else who has to walk this journey, who has to walk this path, is gonna have the same discomfort. You're just dealing with it earlier. You're just dealing with it and becoming ahead of them. Because you decided to put your head in that water. To dip yourself into discomfort. To dip yourself into uncomfortable situations. Do you really think that guy who climbed Mount Everest wanted to go up there? No. He climbed that mountain because he believed he could. I'm not saying you have to climb Mount Everest yourself, but you're going to have to climb a mountain in your life. You're going to have to step those steps, and you're going to be close to failure. You're going to try and latch onto those rocks, but then you're going to almost fall down. You're going to be cold in the loneliness. You're going to be cold in your heart, because it's not easy for it's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to do that same journey. That's why some people are mediocre for the rest of their life. Some people are dilly-dallying for the rest of their life. They chose 5 years of pleasure for 50 years of pain. But you chose that 5 years of pain for 50 years of pleasure. I'm going to keep repeating that same quote every time until you get it mentally instilled and engraved upon your brain. Do what's hard now to get whatever you want in the future. Your future self is going to thank you, is going to kneel and pray to God saying, thank you, past Simon. Thank you, past self, for working that hard. Like today, right now. It doesn't matter what obligations, what duties, things, or things you had to do in the day. As long as you progress, as long as you put in that work, as long as you remember that without work, you're not going to get a single result. God is up there. God is up there. And He says in the Quran that He's going to give you blessings. It's already granted. You're going to have provisions. You're going to have blessings. But if you work for your blessings, you're going to get more. But if you work to serve Him, you're going to get more blessings. Don't doubt His power. If you doubt His power, you're clueless. If you doubt His power, you are going to be sent down. Straight down. Ultimately, this life is all upon you. Is all based upon what you do. You're going to have provisions. You're going to have things that are already meant for you, already written for you. But you got to put in that work to make sure it happens in the right way. To make sure you get more of what you asked for. To make sure you get more of what's already written. That's all I have today. I hope something helped you guys. And make sure to like and subscribe down below. Because Stoic Tang is here to stay. We're going to try and continue, baby. The days are tough. The days are tough. Doesn't mean we're going to slow down. Peace out.